Today I'm showing you exactly how I toured Disney's Animal Kingdom without Lightning Lane in 2026, and it all starts before I even entered Disney's Animal Kingdom. I arrived before the park even opens because every morning thousands of guests are all competing for the same thing, Avatar Flight of Passage. And we're going to win this competition today and ride Flight of Passage with minimal wait. Even if you've never seen the Avatar movies, Pandora is one of the most impressive lands Disney has ever created. Massive floating mountains towering overhead, waterfalls seem to appear out of nowhere, exotic plants line the pathways, and somehow Disney managed to make an entirely fictional world feel believable. The level of detail here is incredible, which is why so many guests stop and take photos the moment they arrive. I don't. I'll come back and appreciate all of that later. Right now, I'm heading directly for a Flight of Passage before the line explodes. And if you've never ridden it before, think of it as part simulator, part thrill ride, and part technological showcase. After winding through caves, research facilities, and the remnants of an old RDA operation, you're paired with your own Banshee for a flight over Pandora. The ride combines massive screens, physical movement, wind effects, scents, and a few tricks Disney Imagineers still refuse to fully explain. The result is an attraction that feels far more convincing than it has any right to be. More than 8 years after opening, Flight of Passage remains one of the most popular attractions at Walt Disney World, which is exactly why I'm writing it first. This may be one of the most technologically advanced rides Disney has ever created. And right next door is Na'vi River Journey, and while this ride doesn't get the same level of hype as Flight of Passage, the wait time still gets ugly later in the morning. So I knock this one out immediately while I'm already here. This is one of the most scenic rides Disney has built in years. The bioluminescent jungle, the music, the glowing plants and wildlife. Every scene feels like you're drifting deeper into Pandora's rainforest. Unlike Flight of Passage, there are no thrills here, no sudden drops. It's simply a slow-moving boat ride designed to immerse you in the world of Avatar. And that's part of its charm. It gives you a chance to slow down and appreciate the incredible detail Disney poured into Pandora. The attraction builds towards meeting with the Na'vi Shaman of Songs, a massive animatronic that remains one of the most advanced figures Disney has ever created. Now, personally, I find her a little creepy, but that's by no means Disney's intention. She's meant to represent the spiritual connection between the Na'vi people and the natural world around them. Whether you find her inspiring or slightly unsettling like I do, she's undeniably impressive. And more importantly, by completing Na'vi River Journey now, I've completed another attraction that can easily build a 60-minute or even longer wait later in the day. Now, this next move is incredibly important because this is where Animal Kingdom's strategy completely changes depending on timing. Most people naturally continue wandering around Pandora after they finish the rides. I do the opposite. I leave immediately and head straight towards Asia for the next big thrill. And that's Expedition Everest. This mega coaster has a high capacity, so the line often stays surprisingly low in the morning, which feels insane considering how good the ride actually is. Expedition Everest is an engineering marvel. It's part ride, part mountain, and part museum. The queue is especially detailed and one of the best at Disney World. And while Expedition Everest doesn't go upside down, somewhere in this ride is a giant angry Yeti that is responsible for a major thrill. With the Yeti checked off, my day at Disney's Animal Kingdom suddenly feels easy, because now I've already completed Flight of Passage, Na'vi River Journey, and Expedition Everest. So I shift into one of Animal Kingdom's greatest strengths, shows. Now I head next door to Finding Nemo, the Big Blue, and beyond. It brings the world of Finding Nemo to life through colorful puppets, talented performers, and some surprisingly impressive stage effects. As Marlin searches the ocean for his son, the story unfolds through music, projections, and larger-than-life sea creatures. What I love most about this show is how creative the presentation is. Rather than trying to recreate the movie scene for scene, Disney uses a combination of puppetry, live performers, and digital backdrops to make you feel like you're underwater alongside the characters. And familiar characters like Dory, Crush, Bruce, and of course Nemo all make appearances throughout their performance. The puppets themselves are incredibly detailed and surprisingly expressive. Combined with the music and projections, it creates an experience that feels much larger than the theater itself. It's entertaining, visually stunning, and one of the easiest shows in Animal Kingdom to underestimate, until you actually sit down to watch it. My next stop is Zootopia, better Zoogether. Located inside the massive Tree of Life, this brand new attraction brings the world of Zootopia to Disney's Animal Kingdom for the very first time. The film follows Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde, and a collection of familiar characters from Zootopia as they investigate a mysterious situation that takes them through a variety of animal habitats and environments. Along the way, you'll encounter characters from across the city while exploring ecosystems that feel right at home in Animal Kingdom. What makes this experience especially fitting for this park is its focus on animals and the diversity of species that inspired the original film. The theater itself also helps bring the adventure to life through a combination of projection effects, audio effects, and surprise moments that make the experience feel more immersive than simply watching a movie on a screen. And while I wouldn't put it in the same category as Flight of Passage or Expedition Everest, it's a welcome addition to Animal Kingdom and a great way to spend part of the busiest, hottest portion of the day. Plus, let's be honest, any attraction that allows me to sit down in air conditioning while the Florida sun is doing its thing outside is already starting to win a few points. After 2 indoor shows, it's finally time to slow the pace down even more. One mistake I see first-time visitors make is treating Animal Kingdom like Magic Kingdom. Constant moving, constant rushing. But Animal Kingdom rewards a slower approach. And that's why lunch is built directly into my itinerary. My choice today is Flame Tree Barbecue. I order the chicken and ribs combo, and Michelle orders the smokehouse chicken salad. Not only is the food just okay, if you're a barbecue connoisseur, this might not impress too much. But it is in a convenient location and has plenty of seating, if nothing else. And the seating area may be one of the most overlooked spots in Walt Disney World. Most guests grab the first available table. I always encourage people to wander deeper into the seating area. Back here, you'll find shaded waterfront views, hidden pathways, and fantastic views of Expedition Everest in the distance. And if you look around, you'll notice a hidden theme, predator versus prey. Hidden in plain sight, you spot intricate references of predators eating prey, fitting for a restaurant in the wild. It's a clever touch and terrific Disney storytelling. After a busy morning, this is the perfect place to recharge. After lunch, I make a quick stop for one of the most overlooked entertainment offerings in the entire park, the Feathered Friends in Flight show. This is one of the most uniquely Animal Kingdom experiences in the entire park. Feathered Friends in Flight combines free-flying birds, animal behaviors, and behind-the-scenes training demonstrations into something that's both entertaining and surprisingly educational. One minute you're doing a sing-along with a real parrot, the next you're learning how Disney's animal care team works with species from around the world. And you're experiencing something that thousands of guests completely overlook while they stand in line elsewhere. Then I make my way over to Maharajah Jungle Trek. Maharajah feels like you've somehow wandered into Southeast Asia. This trail may actually be the most beautiful part of Animal Kingdom Park. The ruins, the temples, the bridges, the waterfalls, every corner feels like something straight out of an adventure film. But of course, the animals are the real reason we're here. Along the way, you'll encounter giant fruit bats hanging overhead, exotic birds, and eventually tigers, which are usually doing what cats do best. These trails are about discovery, slowing down, and appreciating the beauty of Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. And after spending some time exploring the trail, there's a good chance you've noticed something. It's really hot. which means it's finally time for the wettest attraction in Animal Kingdom, Kali River Rapids. Now, this strategy depends a little on weather. If it's January and 50 degrees outside, maybe not so much. But for most of the year, the ride makes a lot of sense right here. Now let's be honest, nobody rides Kali River Rapids because it's the greatest rapids ride ever built. It's often criticized for being much too short, and that's a fair assessment. But you ride it because Animal Kingdom is hot. The funny part is that nobody knows who's getting drenched. You might get lucky and walk off completely dry, or you may get completely soaked. If you happen to have a rain poncho, use it. Next, I board the Wildlife Express train. This rustic rail journey takes me to Rafiki's Planet Watch and Conservation Station, a completely different side of Animal Kingdom that many guests never take the time to experience. Here, I can explore veterinary exhibits, learn more about Disney's conservation efforts, and sometimes even watch animal care demonstrations taking place behind the scenes. But today, I'm here for one of the newest additions to the park, Bluey's Wild World. And if I'm traveling with young children, this could easily become one of the highlights of the entire day. As the train pulls away from the station, Bluey and Bandit narrate the journey, transforming what used to be simple transportation into part of the attraction itself. Once I arrive at Conservation Station, I head inside for an interactive play experience featuring Bluey and Bingo. This isn't your typical character meet and greet where I snap a photo and move on. Instead, kids are encouraged to jump in, participate, and become part of the fun. Kids dance, sing, play games with Bluey and Bingo. One of the biggest crowd favorites is Keepy Uppy. And honestly, I see a lot of adult fans of Bluey here too. My wife and I are happy to see we're not the only ones. After the play session wraps up, I'm invited to continue exploring outside, where I can observe kangaroos and wallabies and a gift shop. It's a nice reminder that even one of Animal Kingdom's newest experiences still connects back to the park's original mission of celebrating animals and inspiring conservation. Eventually, I make my way back to the train station and board the Wildlife Express train for the return trip. And after returning from Rafiki's Planet Watch, it's time to make our way back to Africa to catch one of the most popular shows at Disney World, Festival of the Lion King. This stage show operates on a fixed show schedule, so be sure to check show times on the My Disney Experience app. I'm catching one of the final performances of the afternoon. I arrive at least 30 minutes prior to showtime for this one because I've seen the theater fill up quickly in the past. This is some of the best Disney entertainment inside a theme park. The music, the performers, the giant tumble monkeys flying around the theater. It's one of those attractions where people walk in expecting a break and walk out feeling like they've just saw a Broadway show for free. When the show lets out, I make my way through the nearby Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. This is one of the best animal experiences in the entire park. It's not just a walking tour, it's a self-guided wildlife expedition through Africa. Along the trail, you'll encounter meerkats, my personal favorites, exotic birds, zebras, and eventually the star of the attraction, the gorillas. And because there are no vehicles moving you along, you can simply stop and watch for however long you want. Honestly, some of my favorite moments in Animal Kingdom have happened right here. Not on a ride, not in a queue, just standing quietly and watching the animals. Once I exit the trail, it's the perfect time for the big finale of the day, Kilimanjaro safaris. And this might surprise some people, because conventional wisdom says to ride the safari first thing in the morning. But I actually have better luck later in the day. The reason is simple. The animals have already eaten before the park even opens, so during those first few hours of operation, many of them are content to relax in the shade. But as the afternoon progresses and feeding times get closer, I often find the animals become noticeably more active. These are real animals doing whatever they want. But some of my best safari experiences have happened during the final few hours before the park closes, especially in the winter months. Of course, every safari is different. And that's exactly what makes this attraction so special. Thanks for watching today. Here comes another helpful video that will help you get even more out of your next Orlando vacation, and I'll see you over there.